Week 3, using Excel for numerical displays of data. We looked at how data can be summarized with a mean and a standard deviation, also how to find a few other measures of center or a few other measures of dispersion and spread. We're going to do that today in Excel. We're going to find the mean, median, and mode. We're going to find the range, variance, and standard deviation. We can find all of that and more in one quick step in Excel. It's really nice. And we're also going to use Excel to calculate z-scores for various data values. So let's go to some data that we can play with. Here we have a fast food restaurant that keeps track of how long it takes to get food out the door. And the number of seconds it takes to get the food out the door is organized by the computer, and they took a sample, that's important, a sample of 30 data values here. What we're going to do is we're going to quickly calculate the descriptive statistics for this information, and we can get that under our Data tab using the Data Analysis button. Under Data Analysis, one of the options you'll see is Descriptive Statistics. Click OK, and it's going to ask us what numbers we want to take the descriptive statistics of. Click the box and select all of the numbers that we are talking about. I've got 30 in this sample. Once you select the data, we go back. We need to tell it where to put the output. Where do we want it to put the data? Select the box there, and we'll scroll up. Let's just put it in G1. That's a good place for it. And then you want to make sure you select the box for summary statistics. That's what we're calculating, the summary statistics. And we'll say OK. Might need to expand. And what we have here is basically a list of all of the summary statistics. We might highlight a few that are interesting to us. We've got the mean of 115 seconds, just under 2 minutes. That's good. The median, highlight that, 109 seconds. So half the time we're under 109 seconds. That's good. The mode, 90 seconds is the most often time. We see the standard deviation. And the sample variance. We also see in here the range. Each of these values are the values that we've been calculating by hand on the homework assignment. Excel finds them really quick for us. There's a lot of other data values on here. You'll know what the minimum and the maximum are. The sum is just adding them all together. The count is how many data values there are. Kurtosis and skewedness we haven't really talked about, so we're not going to worry about that, or the standard error. We might also be interested in calculating some z-scores for these data values. And we can calculate the z-scores for the data values by basically punching in the formula for each cell. So we'll hit equals to make it a calculator. Parentheses, because we want to subtract first the speed of service minus the mean, and you have to type in the mean, 115.6941. And then we're going to divide by the standard deviation, which is 35.5389. These are the values that we just calculated. We want to make sure we type these in, because when we stretch this formula down, we only want to stretch down the A2 grab, not the mean and the standard deviation. So this first z-score is negative. That means we're below the mean. And if I grab that corner and stretch down, we can see the z-scores for each of the data values. The positive ones are above the mean, and the negative ones are below the mean. So Excel's really easy this week, calculating z-scores, finding the mean, median, and mode, and some of the spread of data. Good luck on your project.